drop frames, yes. It's not gonna lag. For now. Alert the internet. Yeah? Oh, cool. So we can bring the laptop over there.
Oh yeah, I was just refreshing because I didn't know. Hit refresh the page, Jake. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hit mute on that thing.
Mute it. Mute all the things.
Hi guys. We're figuring out how this works. We love you all very much.
Oh. Check 1, 2.
It's March 21st, 2012.
It's still that day.
Yeah. And I'm Chris Remo.
I'm Jake Rodkin.
I'm Sean Vanneman.
And we're talking to people on the internet live, which is really weird.
We've literally never done this before.
Yeah, this is really...
It's good that you've seen our faces from the first Kickstarter video, so that you aren't shocked and appalled by what you're witnessing right now.
Yeah, we shot 4 of those, by the way. Three. It took 3 goes of Kickstarter video.
Some number of them.
Yeah. They're different concepts.
Can people hear us right now? Is this
Yeah,
working?
Yeah.
It's really weird that people can hear us and they are saying things about what we're saying right
And
now,
we have no-
but we can't
there's
view
no
our chat
feedback.
from what we're saying.
We don't know what we look or sound like.
Yeah,
or
so
what we're
it's
saying.
cool. It's cool.
Would you like that?
No.
No, we don't. We prefer not to know what people think about what they're watching.
Yeah. But
By the way, real quick, I want to thank the Gun Run, who is over there manipulating amazing video wizardry,
technology.
Yeah.
to make
And-
this happen. He's from Twitch TV, and also Jared Ray from Twitch TV. Those guys are both here off camera, making this work.
Yeah, this seemed like a good idea for some reason, and they've made it one. You'll
Yeah.
find out though if it actually is. So.
when he showed up though and just started manipulating.
Started 3D spinning the video image, which I'm
Yeah.
sure to anyone who does this normally is the most boring, rote thing in the world. We're
Gunnar,
like,
do something
the
crazy.
video
Do
moves.
something crazy.
Yeah.
Make the
video.
screen like flip
Can you make
back
some-
and forth.
make
and
something
stuff.
wild
Move us
happen.
around in space for no reason.
You'll see over here on this side. There's
So something's
There's
happening. It's
something
hilarious.
wrong.
We don't know what he's doing right now, but
Oh,
hopefully
man.
it's something cool.
Oh, we should all actually gun run. Spin us and we'll act like we're dizzy.
Well, Chris is already doing that.
Whoa! This is a crazy ride.
Okay. That's
Anyway.
This is why you gave us money, right?
This is also why we stick to podcasting. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, doing this also cost us nothing. No money was spent to produce this content. Thank you to the Gun Run and Twitch TV.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Oh man.
So what are we supposed to be doing here?
I guess we're gonna talk about
Are we doing
Kickstarter and the game, and
Yeah.
the games.
The games?
Oh, like video games?
Oh, we're
Yeah.
talking about the
Yeah,
games.
Computer games?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on? What you been playing since
Since
working
this
all day
morning?
today?
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Draw Something, which I know everyone else in the world is suddenly
Oh, I heard that got
playing
popped for
all the
$250
time.
million.
Yeah,
200.
200.
Oh, $300 million.
Yeah.
$400 million.
$800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I've been playing enough Draw Something that one of my friends and I got to turn 99,
Yeah.
and then it didn't roll over to 100. So we've been playing on turn 99 for the last 20 turns.
Oh man, it's
which
like
is-
a classic JRPG where you max out the timer.
Yeah, we've maxed out the Draw Something stats, which is too bad.
Are you guys winning?
I assumed that we won the game when we got to 99, and I feel like deleting the game and starting over is good at this point because there's a microphone being adjusted here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thanks, dude.
But yeah, because it's the
It
only
bummed
real
out
sort of
the
allure of that game.
Yeah.
To me, at this point, after playing it as much and horribly aggressively as I have, along with everyone else in the world, was to just keep the volley going. But now that there's no
Yeah.
meter on it,
So now you have like an existential crisis. Like why?
yeah, I can't even. Who knows if we're winning or losing anymore?
Yeah.
I guess
think-
you're all winners with Draw Something, unless someone skips the word or deletes your
You make a
game.
good point though, because the reason for you don't win the game, you
Yeah.
just simply
You just sustain it.
sustain it. So when I saw it, when he was so excited,
I was like, check this out.
Check this out.
99. And
This
the pencil just went. And then it's like, wait, what? Oh, maybe it's because it's my turn still. Hold on. Okay, check this. What? So
then I didn't really.
that's
know-
worth $200 million.
Yeah, I mean, and isn't that true of life? The
I
only
guess.
the only real thing you can say is, well, I kept going. But then you stop.
You have
your
birthdays.
biological clock.
Imagine if, like Draw Something, you stopped moving forward. You couldn't tell if you were advancing or not. The
But wouldn't
pencil
it
just
just
kept sort
drive
of
you
moving.
nuts?
Huh?
Wouldn't it drive you nuts if you hit your 52nd birthday and your body
Every
kept
year after
aging?
that was 50 seconds.
And people just kept
Yeah.
telling you you
Oh,
were
yeah.
52nd. You're like, no, I'm definitely older. I'm probably.
I've learned so
hold on,
much.
I'm probably like 17 years older. Like, no, you're
No,
like
it's
52.
I was there. I would know.
Yeah, you would kill yourself. So I did the exact same thing. I just deleted it.
Well, maybe, okay.
You did the Draw Something
Hold
equivalent of
on,
killing
hold on,
yourself.
hold on. What if this is like Groundhog Day, and it's not going to tick forward until you guys figure out the perfect picture that you're supposed to
How can you most perfectly represent Bon Jovi for 3 coins?
You can try as many times as you need, and you'll learn something about drawing along the way, and maybe about yourself.
I've learned plenty about myself. I've learned that you can draw something and then wipe the page and then draw something more funny and then wipe the page again.
Yeah,
That's true in life and in Draw Something.
that's true. I've learned that I'm terrible at drawing.
Oh yeah, I learned that by playing you in Draw Something.
What did you post?
It was okay. So I was playing a game against David Hellman, who's the artist behind Braid. So someone who actually
So he sucks probably at this game.
Someone who actually knows how to draw a thing, and he drew like an amazing rendering of Puff Daddy. the word was P Diddy, and he drew this.
Oh, so you tried to guess Puff Daddy over and over.
I actually, it took me a while because I just
Puff D.
but it was like he was an actual dude who looked like like that guy.
It looked like
I mean, it
Puff
really
Daddy.
was. You saw it. Yeah. It was that
Puff
guy.
Daddy, yeah.
So the secret to draw something is to play against the artist from Braid, apparently.
Also, he was playing on an iPad, though, yeah?
I don't know.
He was actually playing with a Cintiq. Yeah.
Yeah, that game. $200 million. Good for those guys. I guess they were at one point. I was just reading a blurb today that at one point they were like trying to figure out how to stay open as a studio.
Oh, they figured that out. They
made
shipped
like
to draw
5
something.
They made like 5 games before this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And we actually ran into a reader who works at OMG Pop at at GDC. That guy.
Yep.
He was super nice.
Yes,
if you're
he
watching
was.
this, hey dude.
He's the guy who I told the story about, who I walked past and he said, "Is your name Jake?" And then I felt really awkward. And,
Oh,
then,
really?
I, and then I
Yeah,
apologized to him on
yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
So, hey, sorry.
But now you don't. You're probably you're just throwing dollar bills.
At our Kickstarter right now.
That's
1 hour remains.
Yeah.
Attention OMG Pop /Zynga.
Yeah.
We could
Man,
you
all
could
of Jake's
sponsor.
weird little facial tics will now come.
Yeah, people will see that I'm weird. Yeah. So what are we talking about?
Burn that right out, didn't we?
Anyway, this was the Draw Something cast. Thanks, guys, for coming. We're going to switch off the feed and kick these guys out of our apartment.
It will be nice once the Kickstarter is over. We've just been doing so much.
Because
with
the money will actually be... Oh, no. Sorry, what? What?
Is that we'll have time to play games and.
I'm really looking forward to... Like, the Kickstarter for a very long period of time, against all odds, like... We talked about this when we first put up the Kickstarter, that it feels like, oh, you guys just put up a Kickstarter, which we did, but also it feels like the Kickstarter has been a secret additional job.
Yeah.
It really is.
And I
You
look
work
forward
40 to
to
50 a
replacing
week,
that
yeah.
additional job with my regular after-work time, which is not playing video games.
That's right. You have to get
So
back. You
bitch.
have to get back to a hard life of not playing video
Yeah,
games.
I can occasionally load TF2 on Steam.
Mm-hmm. You can play against Jake.
I can play against Jake, that's me.
No, what's your name on Steam?
JA2KE. It's the same name as this chat. You may see me in there moderating it, but my monitor was removed from my computer because they're using it to stream this video. So you can say things to me that are really rude right now in the chat.
They
I
are.
won't know.
That's happening.
You're already saying that. Hi.
But I am really looking forward to being able to play games again.
Yeah, me
Yes,
too.
same.
I haven't
Yeah.
actually played a game in a while, like a real game,
Yeah.
other than Draw Something.
Draw Something.
One might know from us talking about realistic summer sports simulator,
Yeah,
poll riders, draw something, and like
No, the list of games that we've talked about during the Kickstarter has
they've
been
been insane and
those
ridiculous.
plus Dota, because I found a little Dota time.
Yep, got the Dota time in there.
We talked about Super Black Bass and Super Metroid.
Yep.
So games that we've played in our lives. That's really how wide the...
Yeah, that's because we haven't had time to actually play any of them.
No. Oh, it's going to be good.
Speaking of not playing games, I don't know where that was going to go, actually. Sorry.
Speaking of not playing games, anything related to me, Jake Rodkin.
Wow. Wow.
Actually, speaking of not playing games, we can talk about books for a second. We can tell you guys right now what book we're going to read for the bookcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lord
So
of the
first
Rings, Book 1, The Fellowship of the Rings, by J.R.R. Or The Fellowship of the Ring, excuse me, by J.R.R. Tolkien. Also, I think we discussed last night that we're going to try and find an adaptation of Encounter at Farpoint, the pilot episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, if that's ever been written, or fanfic, and we're going to read that as the first book. One of those two, you guys both. What are we actually doing?
No, that sounds like a good idea. I
Okay.
think that's a better idea than any idea we've
Encounter at
we've
Farpoint?
had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fan
adaptation.
The fan
Yeah.
adaptation. Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
Jake at
It's probably
adulthumbs.net
on
would be great to
DeviantArt
send all of that
or
there.
something.
DeviantArt, does DeviantArt include deviant words?
I don't know. Isn't that where people put fan things?
I don't know.
It's fan art.
That's where you do the Your Name the Hedgehog test. That's all that I know. If you go to DeviantArt
What?
and type in your name and then the word the Hedgehog, you'll definitely find a Sonic the Hedgehog fan art drawing that is named after you. Not
Really?
like Sean Vanneman the Hedgehog. No,
Oh.
Sean the
Wow.
Hedgehog. There's a few of those. Some perhaps drawn by you at a younger age.
Perhaps. You're just full of knowledge tonight.
I have all of it.
Absolutely. So, if you
Anyway,
don't know,
the actual book-
we're actually going to do a book podcast. Jake will...
I'll be reading my own book. I'll
Jake will continue his tradition of not playing video games by not reading the.
I already bought this book that hasn't.
That means nothing. How many video games have you bought in the past 3 years?
Some I've bought some during this Kickstarter campaign probably that I haven't played. No, but the actual book that we're reading is.
Well, yeah, is it called A Sense of an Ending by Julian
The
Barnes?
Sense of an
The
Ending.
Sense of an
I
Ending.
didn't say it because I didn't know if it was A or the. It's The Sense of an Ending.
By Julian Barnes.
You've already read it, right, Chris? And also Nick
Yeah,
Brecken has
so
read it.
Sean.
Oh,
I've read
you,
it, yeah.
I haven't read it yet. It's cool.
Yeah.
Nick Brecken's read it, even though he's not here. That asshole.
Yeah, fuck him.
So, like, while we were putting the Kickstarter together, I felt like you found this book when you were, like, staying at somebody's house.
Yeah,
or
it was
something?
just lying around, and I just picked it up and
Yeah.
read it, and I thought it was great. So
Yeah,
I
you were, like,
recommended it.
transported.
I really was.
You walked around for 3 days, just like shaking your head.
If you want to hear Chris's advanced thoughts on this book, you should go visit his Tumblr.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to chrisremo.tumblr.com, you can read my.
I thought that write-up was really good. That
That
write-up made me
write-up
want to
was
read the book
fantastic,
and made me
yeah.
want to do a book podcast.
You're in luck.
We're doing one.
You can do both.
Oh, I read it already.
That's the first book we leave with. So when we do the book cast, we'll announce them like a month or so ahead of time, as we're doing now, and then everyone who wants to can read it, and then send in like comments or thoughts or whatever if you want, and we will spend a while talking about that book, and we'll probably also talk a little bit about other stuff we've been reading.
Yeah.
as well.
So I've realized now we can't see the chat, so we can't see what anyone is saying.
Julian Barnes.
And none of us have played this game, so do we want to talk about the end of Mass Effect 3 for half a second?
Well, we can't.
Can we talk about a game that we haven't seen in real time when we can't read the feedback to our discussion? Is that should we just do this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, Sean, it's your day. Start.
All right, good or bad?
Which ending did you pick? Had you played the game?
No, I don't even want to qualify it.
Oh,
No.
It wasn't not
None
good.
of us have played this game, so
Yeah.
we have no legitimate basis on which to discuss it. But
we can. I think as
It's-
a fan of fictional stories, we can talk
Yeah,
about the
it's
notion
very
of someone
cool.
changing the ending
It's
after the
great.
fact.
Yeah.
We're all
We're all
we're
dorks.
all enthusiasts of various media. We
That's-
all make games, and we all know nothing about Mass Effect.
They're
3.
doing something over there, talking about
What's going on? Jared, what do you guys need? I told you guys talk to us whenever you want.
Skulls. Keep going.
What's going on?
They're spinning
Are you
the video
spinning
around.
us again?
Save the wizard.
Are people
Gone
saying
wrong.
that we should say the wizard? We're not going to.
That's it. That's it. No,
Shut
no,
it
shut it down. Shut it down.
can I see the banner?
Can you guys see the banner?
Pans and banner. Oh yeah. So yeah.
Look, we have that.
We'd like to thank,
We saw the Double Fine had one, so we decided to make one. It cost us like $6 at Kinko's.
We would like to thank Sam at the Kinko's FedEx at Stanyan and Geary, hooking it up. I mean, charging us $10.
He cut it for us though, which
He
we
did.
said he didn't have to do, and then he said I don't want to, and then he cut it. So that
Yeah, he did good.
That was really
he did
nice.
real good. So Sam, if you're watching.
so that was our Mass Effect 3 ending conversation.
Thank you, BioWare.
I'm sure it was super good. I'm sure the ending is super good.
Wow, the
Sure.
internet does
Are you
that. Wow.
But the point is, it doesn't matter that it's bad, right?
It matters that it's bad, but that's different than.
The thing is, when you change it
Not-
after the
yeah.
fact, it completely devalues both endings entirely. And
Right.
whether or not you like it
No,
or didn't like
I
it,
agree. I don't disagree.
like,
at
okay,
all.
no, sorry. This is actually what happened.
No, I agree.
But you know, it's
I don't
Do
disagree.
you agree, Chris? I'm going to argue with you about
But I
this.
mean, are they actually changing it?
I don't know.
yeah. Today was the day they said, "Look, we're going to look into changing this." It was communicated today.
Maybe they didn't say that, but what does the chat say? How full of shit are we?
Yeah, Gunrun, you know this, right?
Does everyone know? Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking into it.
What?
They look into it.
They're looking.
They're looking into it.
They're looking into
The
changing
current
it.
ending of Mass
the
Effect
one-
3 will spend some time with its family.
They're probably real.
The one quote, I haven't really been following this in detail, so I'm even less able to talk about it. But the one quote I saw was from, I think it was Greg Zeschuk or it was Ray Muzica. It was one of the two BioWare Doctor guys, and he posted a post on their forum saying something to the effect of, "We at BioWare
Love this ending.
as artists
Oh,
think
man.
it's important to like address our fans' concerns about this," which I thought was a really weird.
I kind of
sentence
thought when
to
you said
say,
"as
like-
artists," comma, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know what he's going to say. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what. That's
oh,
why
the opposite.
That's why
that
I
you
thought
would
it was
say.
such an interesting statement because
Yeah.
when you say like we identify as artists, like making art, you expect that to mean, and we were actually trying to say something with this. And again, I haven't played it, so I don't fucking
Yeah.
know. But like, that's what I would have expected, as you probably did when I started saying that sentence.
Right.
But like, where he went with it was, and so it's really important that all of our fans are happy with the end of this game, which
That's an interesting approach, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It's bold.
yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
I mean, I feel
No, maybe Mass Effect 3 is art, but like the ending changing based on fan demand is just an insane
Meta
postmodern commentary on something, on video games. You choose, you tell the story.
That's true. You
By
literally do.
Going fucking ape shit on the internet.
By emailing it to BioWare and then having them put it into the
In a
game
weird
as
twist,
DLC.
it will be an adaptation of Encounter at Farpoint.
I just can't imagine the player who's going to sit down with the new ending and go, yes! Yes!
Nailed it.
Oh, captivating. Tremendous.
Could you guys change it one or two more times? There's a couple.
Yeah,
I don't know. We haven't played it. We haven't been following this.
No,
So
and
we're
I'm
just being
sure
assholes.
there's a real argument to be made.
Yeah.
But at one point,
It's baffling.
I feel
from
like-
it's even just slightly outside of the conversation. It's
like I was thinking
completely
about this a
baffling.
lot today because we're writing the end of the Walking Dead series right now.
Like we sat at home today trying to write it. Actually.
Yeah, that's all we did today. It's, whatever. And I was thinking about that a lot. And at one point, it boils down to...
It boils down to us confirming that The Walking Dead will have 3,000 unique endings. No, what? Sorry.
No, we
won't
can do
happen.
that. That's fine. If I start writing now, and then we delay the game for...
What were you going to say, though?
Yeah, what were you actually
It
going to
boils
say?
down to
Sorry.
one thing. It boils down to me, at least, for personally, as it's a suspension of disbelief issue. Because a bad ending, to me, doesn't necessarily mean... I've never imagined when I've walked out of a movie... You know what's a good example? No Country for Old Men. I walked out at the end of that movie...
A movie a million people hated the ending of.
Right, but I walked out of that movie and I said, man, I did not like that ending. Man, God, I can't believe they took that character away from me. I can't believe he died off screen. Man. And Adam and I were like, I remember it perfectly. We were walking through like the parking structure back to my car, and we were sort of bitching about it, and then we kind of faded out. Didn't talk about it. The next day we were hanging out eating lunch, and I was thinking about the ending, and I said, oh man, I really like the end of that movie. I can't wait to see that movie again. God, I want to go back and hang out with Llewellyn. That was a great movie. Man, I want to watch that movie again. But the thing is, my suspension of disbelief was never taken to me. I just had this really weird emotional reaction to the ending. But I don't imagine that's what happened in Mass Effect. I imagine what happened is the ending came out, and it sounds like some people are saying it didn't reflect any of their choices, like it was a different Shepard in the last cutscene, all these sorts of things.
He had a huge beard.
the Castro beard.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, was it a pre-rendered cutscene?
I don't really know.
Is that the deal?
Maybe that was the
No,
deal.
it's-
We don't know anything.
We have
don't-
no
okay,
idea.
We're
Okay,
getting our
Jared
signals.
says
Tell us in the chat and we'll ignore it.
By the way, you guys are coming to every podcast we ever do. You guys are like our fact check guys from now on.
Really stupid thing that I don't know.
Well, yeah,
anything
no,
about. Sorry.
No,
Correct
I'm being
thing
told
that is now
it's not what happened.
It was, though, that he had the Alpha Protocol beard in the final cutscene. So that's pretty much guaranteed what
He
the
actually hung.
There was a real
he hung
Castro
a beard.
situation going
Yeah,
on
that
at
was
the end
full
of
Castro
Mass Effect.
situation.
It was weird.
It was an odd choice.
But I don't imagine.
I would hate that.
Female Shepard.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Femshep became bearded lady in the closing cutscene. It was weird. That's
I don't
why
know if any
I'm-
of that's serious. But I mean, I've just been hearing things in the ether. So the point is the reason that ending wasn't satisfying isn't why some people didn't think No Country for Old Men was not satisfying.
It's true.
The issue I imagine, dear readers, is that it was
A step further out on this limb.
is that it was an issue of suspension of disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
At one point you said, ugh, these characters would never do that. My Shepard would never do that. That would never happen.
Yeah.
And you've been taken out of the story by the narrative. Sometimes it's, somebody breaks character in a movie, or like, the effects get so intense that you no longer think that it's a story that's real. And that's all well and good, but you're upset because of the suspension of disbelief being broken. And I don't know how to repair that with DLC. Because you were literally just taking one more step.
Well, it turns out that Shepard in that last cutscene was in a fugue state, so he's just, whoa, sorry, what I meant was your choice.
My point is having to go and get the ending, even if it just says updating, even if it just says we're pushing you a patch, is showing you the artifice of this thing that you've been
The people who haven't beat it yet.
for 100 hours have been pretending is real.
But that's so. There's
You know
so
what I
many
mean?
games are like that so much already, though. you
Right,
know,
and that's why I
like,
hate it when you roll into walls.
Well, a weird robot is
Full
going to
circle.
drag you away and talk to you about the party position. And then
Well,
there's
yeah,
going to be
I mean,
hidden radios all over the
I
place.
think the games that we respond to on the cast are not. I mean, do a fantastic job of maintaining your suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
are the
it's
games
the
that we
atmosphere.
generate.
Realistic
the
summer
games- the
sports
atmosphere, it's-
simulator.
Exactly.
But
Still, though,
Realistic Summer Sports Simulator though is so like that just takes place in an insane bonkers universe.
right?
So,
It doesn't
like,
ever. It doesn't say step into this insane bonkers universe and then become a different version of itself. Thus breaking your suspension of disbelief.
I mean, it's not even suspension.
I know
of
it's
disbelief.
crazy to be
Suspension-
arguing.
I agree.
Suspension of
I'm
disbelief
in a different place from that, sorry.
is probably an overly specific term to use for
Sure.
this because it's more of like just internal consistency.
Right.
You know, like you're not really you're not suspending disbelief when you play realistic summer sports.
I believe that I am that pixel art weightlifter.
Yeah, obviously, like you aren't suspending your disbelief.
You're standing there. You're standing there like this. While
when I play the game, I go like this. And you
force.
guys just move the iPad around on my hand so that it, you know.
Actually, then Chris and I pick up a giant weight and just set it on your arm.
Yeah.
And you go, look how good you're doing.
No, the reason that I stopped talking a second ago is because I got a text from my mom saying, "You guys look great," smiley face. So.
I don't have my phone on me.
Yeah,
So
I made a
Mom, I love
mistake
you
in
very
bringing
much,
that
but I'm not
Well,
getting
I'm
into my
looking at
phone
it.
right
I do
now.
look at it.
Hi, Mom.
Because I went, and I thought it was Harrison trying to get into the house
Yeah, I think
to
Harrison is.
play video games. Is he?
Yeah, so we should also say, Gunrun's here, Jared's here. We have another Jared here, Jared Emerson Johnson,
Who's
is
helping us with the EP? He's doing one of the pieces on it.
doing music for the EP. He's done music for anything Jake and I've ever worked on.
Yep.
And he knows how Pikmin 2 is played.
Yes.
You know, he's a Pigment
Oh
2
yeah,
expert.
spoiler! You probably figured out we're playing Pigment 2. That's because Sean said it on the progress
Right
cast.
now.
Right.
You've probably figured out we've been playing Pikmin 2 this entire time.
It's
But,
That's why the conversation's been so terrible. We've
the
been
point is
simultaneously-
people are going to be coming in and out and coming to hang out.
And playing
this
video
is
games.
eventually just going to devolve into an actual celebration of the
should
thing
we
that you
thank
guys
a billion
have done for
people
us.
then forget some people?
I think we should start thanking people now because we've probably only got like an hour and 15 minutes to thank everybody.
How much time do we have?
An hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, an hour and 15 minutes exactly.
Oh!
Oh, I had my phone earlier and I looked at the clock.
Yeah, so, well, thanks, Jake.
Thanks, Sean.
Oh, totally welcome, dude.
Yeah.
For sure. You too.
Thanks, Nick
Yeah,
Brecken.
welcome.
Nick
Oh,
Brecken.
Fuck Nick Brecken.
Fuck Nick
Thanks.
Brecken.
Thanks, Nick Brecken.
Hi, Mom.
You gotta stop.
Sorry. Let's see. No, I don't know.
I mean, well, first off, everybody who we've already thanked 1,000 times, who's been directly involved, whose names are on the front of the Kickstarter. Thank those guys. Like Vincent Perea, thank you, man. You suck, but thank you. One of my very close friend. Congratulations, you and Stephanie, getting married. Very happy for you both. Graham Annable, Campbell White, Steven, last name,
Zvednovic.
who has done all of our
logo treatments, basically.
most of this stuff.
No, he
No,
drew
not
that over there.
Chris did
You
that.
did that.
You don't need to show it.
Yeah.
You can show it. Show it. Demand. Zoom in on it.
Yeah, Steven made
Oh, camera controls.
This is amazing.
Alex Greenling, who's doing
Alex
our
Greenling.
digital art that we haven't shown anyone yet
yeah.
Uh-huh.
because we're hiding it.
Brendan Chung, who made a goddamn video game for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Eric Parsons and Chuck Jordan, who loaned us camera and audio equipment. We've Chuck loaned us the camera to shoot the V's Men magazine shoot, and Eric loaned us the camera to shoot the Kickstarter video, and the audio equipment that we've been hoarding from him for the last month to do all of the progress
Yeah.
casts on. Thanks Doug and Mike for our website existing, and also thanks Doug again for hosting the website.
Doug Tobacco and Mike Watson are
Yes.
They might be here.
men among.
Oh, no, not
Doug,
Mike,
Doug may be
of course.
here. Mike is on a
Congratulations,
honeymoon.
Mike,
Everyone
being
involved in
married.
this Kickstarter is getting married.
I guarantee you, Mike is somewhere squirreled away on the island of Maui watching this right now.
He probably is. Hi, Mike.
He might be. They've got that
Okay,
3-hour
okay.
difference in the way that makes it so this is just mid-afternoon for him to be watching this.
That's
So
true.
he might be on a beach watching this on his phone.
Yeah.
God, now we're to the point where we're gonna actually start forgetting people who have helped or done anything. Actually, you know, I want to thank
Thanks
Adam.
Rob and Troy for
Oh, yeah.
coming onto our network with 3 Moves Ahead.
Yes.
Rob,
Thanks.
Zach, me, and Troy Goodfellow from 3 Moves Ahead, the strategy game podcast.
Thanks, David Eggers, for maintaining the forums
Oh,
and
yeah.
being on the thing. Thanks, Spaff and Merrick and Steve Gaynor for showing up during GDC. Thanks, people who recognized us and insisted on calling me Big Bird at GDC.
I want to thank a guy who lives here with Jake and I, Adam Nace. You've put up with him.
He's not watching this. He's
No,
out getting
no,
drunk
but-
at Oscar's house.
That's true. I think Oscar too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thanks, Oscar.
You guys have put up
You
with a
guys
lot.
don't need-
Are for sure. Obviously,
Yeah.
our friends and family.
Thanks, Mom, for watching this video.
I got married during this Kickstarter, so I want to
Thanks,
thank my
Sean,
wife Amelia.
for getting married.
You
I
got
don't
that
know.
really plain, sort of classy, generic gold ring to replicate your favorite internet
Classy
celebrity.
and generic.
Well,
How dare
it's
you.
very stately and simple, but it reminds me of a ring that I've seen before.
I can't think of a ring like this.
There's a
one.
notable ring on the internet. Anyway, let's visit the Adult Thumbs Game of the Year Awards.
I hate you so much.
Goaty.cx.
Wow.
What?
I guess that's pretty much everybody.
If we're thanking your ring, we're...
I was thinking of my wife.
Oh.
Who put up with this entire Kickstarter
Thanks, Amelia.
nonsense. Yeah. Cooked us dinner. How many
She
nights
did.
she
It was
cook dinner
delicious.
during- Yeah, this thing?
All of those were good.
All of us. Yeah. So
I I don't know. What are we doing now? Hey guys, we got an hour left, so
Like video
We
games.
want to talk about the guys who are here?
do you want them to come out here?
Hey, Harrison, come say hi, buddy.
Hey, this is what people love.
We'll come both of you guys. Come here.
That's Jared. I mean, hey Harrison.
Hey! Happy
Hey.
anniversary!
What?
We can find seats for you guys. We can
People
sit in the
shows
corner.
I'll sit under the little antler tree.
So,
So,
yeah.
Harrison, who's now sitting on the ground,
Hey.
and is backlit, and you probably can't see his face because of the way cameras work. Oh, of course, pros these guys. He works for us. He works with us at Telltale, and is a great dude. And
On camera, he'll say that, and then later.
how dare you? Yeah. Are you still texting your mom?
No, I'm trying to see what the heck happened to Doug and Nick.
Oh, they're on their way.
They're not.
There's traffic.
Not Nick Reagan.
No,
Yeah.
it's a different Nick.
But are you playing Mass Effect?
No, I'm not playing Mass Effect. And it's been really tough. Everyone in the office wants to talk about it, or is talking about
There's
it.
that sign hang up that said, "Do not talk about Mass Effect 3."
That does not stop it. And I haven't even finished the first Mass Effect, so they're talking
So-
about stuff that's like...
You got it.
So I have a ways to go. But here's the thing, is that they're talking about stuff that I don't understand because I'm so far removed from any of the story stuff that it would be spoiling, that by the time I get to what it would be spoiling, I would have already forgotten what they were talking
Oh man, who's here?
about. Okay, special guest.
Oh, but okay.
Butler of the
Jared, when you come back, you're gonna have to explain Pigment.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that.
We
Run a
love
copy
it.
too.
We love
That's
it.
a game I can-
Well, so I think what we should do is we should load up Pigment.
We should talk about Pigment for a second.
Let's talk about why Pigment is good.
Well, let's start loading up while we're doing that.
I just need to turn on the TV. It's up.
Oh,
we got
okay.
gun run, man.
Can we switch it in?
No, it's all right.
We gotta explain to people. People don't know what Pigment 2 is. It's a video game.
So
Let's play it.
Why is Pigment 2 good?
Pikmin 2, well, so Pikmin single player is good for a lot of reasons, but what a lot of people don't know is that Pikmin 2 has a multiplayer mode, and it is one of the best same-screen console 1 versus 1 multiplayer modes you can ever play. It's fantastic. It's basically a real-time strategy thing using a console controller where you have your little guy, Olimar or Louie, and you run around and you essentially collect an army of little Pikmin that you can use to pick things up and go to your opponent's base and steal their marble, which is essentially a flag. It's basically capture the flag.
But there's the second win condition as well.
There's a second win condition where you can gather neutral marbles from all around the map, and if you get 4 of them, you win. So there's these like parallel goals where your opponent might be trying to steal your marble, meanwhile you're trying to just capture 4 neutral marbles before they can do that. It's just really cool. It's a really awesome, fun multiplayer
But
mode.
that doesn't really explain the game. As well as
Jared, you gotta come right here.
So basically,
Jared, right
Sean,
here.
the first thing you need to know.
Sean has never played Pikmin.
The first thing you need to know is, so you're a space alien. It's kind of like it's like a trade federation kind of situation. You're like you're working for this guy. He's a really mean boss. You know.
Okay.
You crash land
Okay.
on a planet. Also, your brother crash lands on the planet in a separate spaceship for some reason.
That sounds. I'm gonna say
So you're
not a
crashed.
coincidence.
Spaceship's not operational.
Okay.
Just totally out of commission. And but the good news is, if you feed the spaceship's things, it will give you other things.
That's the good news.
Basically.
Well, I've heard that in addition to you being an alien, there are additional aliens.
Well, yeah, there are other aliens that are on the world.
Are they helpful?
I wonder how they got there.
Well,
Jared, do you know where the aliens came from?
no.
Okay.
So it's a mysterious world.
It's a mysterious world. It's
As
a world
most-
shrouded in mystery.
Okay.
Yeah. And they do, however, have sort of like a slave-like mentality. So they basically just do whatever you tell them to do,
Which things?
which is great. The aliens, the other aliens.
Okay.
Yeah. It turns out to be great.
You play an alien slaveholder.
Essentially,
It's a game for kids.
it's a kid's game, essentially.
Okay. As you collect your
slave
group
army.
of indentured servants,
Yes.
You
Yeah.
tell them what to
Okay.
do, and it is to pick things up
You
and bring
can-
them to you.
well, you can also force them into battle. I mean, you can force your slaves into armed conflict against
Yeah.
other slaves.
Horrible, brutal physical combat.
Anyway, from the creator of Super Mario Brothers and Zelda.
Comes alien slave game.
Yeah.
Alien slave combat game.
Yeah.
Collect things, put it in your
And
ship. go
there's
home
6
game.
marbles. Have we talked about the marbles?
I heard a little something
Okay.
about the marble. I didn't hear there were 6 marbles.
There's 6
Well,
of them.
there's two.
Well, there's many type of marble. I mean,
There's the
Yeah.
two like marbles that each of you guys have.
Yeah.
The player essentially
bring those
flags
with
at
you?
your base.
no, those marbles.
I don't know.
You land right
Those
next to
marbles
them.
just they're beacons maybe.
I don't know. It's tough
Yeah.
to say.
We gotta cut that. We gotta stop.
Okay, so
Yeah.
The thing that we didn't even... Okay, so if we're going to play, I think
That's not what the game
I'm going to need you to, like, coach me and tell me what
The
to
game
do.
is capture the flag.
Okay.
Yeah. And you use the Pigment to capture it for you.
The
Chris
slaves.
explained the real part earlier.
Okay, good,
Yeah, yeah,
good. I was at the door.
So I'll, like, if I'm going to play against anybody...
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, this is a situation basically where Chris and I have talked about this game on the podcast before, and it's a game we always try to sell our friends on because we love it way too much.
Now we can sell it to thousands.
Jared has
of people.
successfully sold on it. Harrison has already played it. Our friend Nick, also, we sold him successfully on it. But most
Not
people...
Nick Brecken.
Not Nick Brecken. Fuck Herman. Nick Herman from Telltale.
Yeah.
So we thought that we would just force you guys to watch this under the guise of watching us complete the Kickstarter in hopes that maybe you'll like it. And we thought that getting people who do esports broadcasting to go in and document this would be the way to go for this.
Yeah.
Also, the irony is that now that we're finally in a position to convince people about the quality of this game on a mass scale,
It costs so much money.
hundreds
Used
of dollars
copies
to
of Pigment 2
acquire
are out of
a copy.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last
Nintendo
time we
re-released
checked-
Pigment 1 on the Wii, and they said they were going to release
That
this
has no
one.
multiplayer mode.
But Pigment 1 has no multiplayer, so don't play that. And Pigment 2 is only
That's a
available
common mistake.
on
I mean,
GameCube
Pigment 1 is still a
used.
good game. Don't get us
I think
wrong.
a used copy of Pigment 2 was like $220 when we were looking on,
Yeah.
on eBay.
I got mine maybe 5 years ago for like 50.
Yeah, for 20
it was
bucks.
still
It was in the PlayStation.
well, no, it was more than that, but it was not that much. That's crazy.
So
Anyway,
we're going to play the rare.
It is a great
delectable
game, and it's
Pigment
nothing
2.
like what I
Turn
was
on that TV
describing.
there.
Oh yeah, here we can turn on
Yeah,
this
it's time to
Pigment.
warm up anyway.
I gotta be Louis though if I'm gonna play.
Can I
You should
play?
play.
Can I
You
play
you
against
earned it.
Chris? He'll destroy
Yeah.
me.
I think
This will be
Jacob
this will be the
should play
funniest.
first.
Can
I
Chris
think-
and I start it off? Because then
Okay.
Chris knows what he's doing, and I pretend to know what I'm doing.
Well, I haven't played
It's
this
already
game.
loaded up.
I haven't played this game
Oh,
in
yeah, come on.
years.
Oh,
Make sure those
it's
handicaps
it's
are
been
right. Oh, we're going to start with 10. We're going to start with the stock guys. Should we play the Battlefield, Chris? Perhaps an angle maze,
you should
a dim labyrinth.
Is this showing up?
Should
on
we
the
just
thing?
we should do the full
Oh,
circuit.
we could just run the
Do
gauntlet
the
of
full
every
circuit.
Pigment level in order. That
Yeah.
seems fine.
Okay.
Okay, so who's player one? I'm
You
player
guys
one.
thought this was going to be cool. Instead, we're playing a GameCube game.
Can you guys hear
They
us
knew.
and the Pikmin?
Yeah.
I call the game the Pikmin.
It's
Oh,
Pigment
I
2
thought, you were
Pigment.
I thought you were referring to the
Oh,
small...
can you hear the Pikmin?
I thought you were talking
Can
about
you
the
hear
small
the Pikmin?
aliens,
Yes,
the
I can.
Pikmin.
Oh, Steve's in chat and says what's up and then says fine his phone's off. Hi, Steve.
What?
Nice.
Steve Gaynor is in the chat room.
Oh,
Oh man, he's entered.
Steve can give us sweet Pikmin tips.
has Steve ever played this?
I don't think Steve's played this game.
So the tips will be great.
Can we take this off the tripod and I can do like sweet esports like camera angle?
Yeah.
Oh wait, an advisory.
Whoa.
So
Oh.
They're the marbles.
it's on fire.
Yeah, the Battlefield
It's
is
not
on
fucking
fire.
around.
No.
It's I'm sorry. Look at it. Sparks.
You guys gotta watch
You
out
gotta
there.
press A, don't you?
Sparks.
I like this tune.
Yeah.
I don't even know which color I am.
So,
Yeah.
Chris, you're the blue man,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm the red man.
Okay, what
So you
is
start
this?
with 10 slaves.
Oh man, it's weird playing a 480p game. It's been a long time
Yeah.
since
So
I've
you use those little discs, and the Pikmin will take them back to the little spaceship.
I'm using this strategy where my marble gets moved
Oh yeah, I
closer
played
to my
Pigment
ship.
1, so that I get.
Okay.
It's basically
God, I
exactly
haven't
the
played
same
this
as
in so
Pigment
long.
1.
Maybe I'll
You
win
try to
for
get
once.
more Pikmin usually at first because you need to have a reasonably large army in order to actually do anything.
So what has happened there? They killed that thing?
So there's the little egg thing inside of it is the yellow whatever it is. It sort of charges the Pikmin up if they drink
They
it.
get little flowers on their heads.
So now
Pretty
he
good.
threw some of those on the yellow marble. Oh well, then he whistled.
Who's on top?
Jake.
Jake.
Jake's the red team.
I'm red Pikmin.
You can flip the camera, I see, and see the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So if you can see on the bottom, see Jake and I are each digging out marbles, like these
The yellow
marbles.
marbles.
These ones are neutral marbles, so either player can
get
fire
them.
them.
And the Chris, what are your blue guys doing?
They're
Over
winning.
there.
They're
Probably.
digging up a marble, and then these guys, I'm just pulling them out of the ground.
which those guys appeared because he sent
He sent the little
I
flowers.
I
in.
flowers,
I
yeah.
fed my spaceship, yeah.
You fed your spaceship,
Yeah,
guys?
and so
Yeah.
they've already gotten one of the yellow marbles there. I'm giving away spoilers.
I don't want to know what Chris is doing.
So you
Well,
can
what's
just
funny
look
is that you
Oh, yeah, I
can
can just look down at the
you
screen.
just look because it's all on the
I
same
know.
screen.
I don't want to know.
So you have a marble now.
Oh,
Chris.
Yeah,
God.
and down there. And so those cherries,
What the what?
those do kind of special, different things. Most of which are aggressive to the other player.